Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. As y'all see by the title, Von Miller signs a one-year deal with the Washington Commanders. Let's get right into it.
In the CBS Sports HQ, Von Miller
Breaking news
on
out of
a
Washington.
A former three-time first-team All-Pro.
This is big news for the Commanders. Obviously need pass rush help, and they get it here with signing Von Miller.
Are the most by any player since he entered the league in 2011. He also
I know he's getting older, but
experience as a two-time Super Bowl champ and
I think he's still got some decent years
MVP.
left.
And for more on this, we welcome in CBS Sports lead NFL insider Jonathan Jones. And JJ, tell us exactly how this deal came together.
So the Washington Commanders have been looking for some edge rush help for some time. They didn't really go out and get it
because they were rumored to actually get Trey Hendrickson. Like
the Commanders,
they said they
bunch of pass rushers, right?
had some interest in him, but you know the Bengals wanted a first-round pick for Trey Hendrickson because they were listening to trade offers, but they eventually never traded him. But I don't know. That's not out the window yet. The Bengals can still trade him, but
for the right
he's not going to go to the Commanders now, though.
In Dan Quinn's defense, and so they have added a ton of experience and veteran leadership. And look, if you're reading between the lines on what I'm trying to say here, age, along with plenty of young guys, but certainly you look on the defensive side, and at each level, you have some guys who got some grace.
Most sacks in NFL since 2011. Look who's
there at the front, 36
up at
years
the
old.
top.
He's
Lonely
not
up
the
at the
Von
top.
Miller
Von Miller
who wreaked havoc in Super Bowl 50 and won Super Bowl MVP.
This is definitely a big move for the Commanders.
Several years later for the Los Angeles Rams as sort of a mercenary to help.
I don't know how much
get a Lombardi.
Like Von Miller will help. I don't know what he's got left.
Von Miller these days, but if the Commanders can keep him healthy, certainly you're going to get a guy who knows what it's like to play deep into the playoffs. And that's something that, of course, the Commanders, after last year, want to continue doing.
Yeah, he and Bobby Wagner.
They almost made it to the Super Bowl. That's crazy in JD5's first year.
When you look at their age now, as you mentioned, he's 36 years old.
Historic run for the Commanders last season.
In your opinion, you talk about his health, right? Making sure he stays healthy. How much does he have left in the tank for this team that is trying to contend for a Super Bowl championship?
Yeah, they're certainly going to have to manage him. I don't think there's any doubt at all about that. Dan Quinn, a well-respected coach in every locker room that he has ever been in, either as a defensive coordinator or head coach from Atlanta to Dallas, now, of course, with Washington. He's going to know how to take care of the vets. He knew how to take care of them last year. He's going to continue this upcoming
biggest
year.
thing is health
that they
for
need
Von Miller.
far more in
if he's on the field,
January,
he's going to be impactful.
February than they do in September and October.
But the Commanders, they got to get that deal done with Terry McLaurin, though. He's been really upset with the Commanders about no contract. Like, how can y'all not pay Scary Terry?
That was a little un-Bills-like when they signed him to that 6-year, $120 million contract.
They got to find a way to work something out with him.
The first year, playing well, tears his ACL. Comes back the second.
But this ain't about Terry McLaurin. I'm just saying.
Kept trying to recreate.
There's been a lot of news about that. Entering 14th NFL season, 36 years old. 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All-Pro, Super Bowl 50 MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion.
To see him again. So this is all about maintaining for the Washington Commanders. This is about making sure that you're scoring enough points on offense and that the defense is doing what they do. Look, Bobby Wagner has found the fountain of youth. There's no question at all about that. They went out and decided that they could swap out a Jonathan Allen for a Javon Kinlaw. They have made some changes and some adjustments, but this, Chris, and we'll know this once all the cuts have happened, but this is probably going to be the oldest team in the NFL. And it may even be the oldest team by a decent amount, right? They'll be competing with
they got a lot of unks,
who obviously have 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. And so that's going to be
they got a young quarterback
on the strength and conditioning staff, on the health and
JD5.
wellness, on nutrition.
It's good to have age on your team.
That work behind the scenes that make sure that the bodies get through a 17-game season and then a 4 or so game.
But on the other hand, the Steelers. The reason I said we're not scared of the Steelers because they got a bunch of unks. Like Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay are not gonna stop Jamar Chase and T Higgins. Not to talk about my team in this video, but that's why, I said that about them, bro, because they're not as good as they used to be. I'm not scared of them, bro.
In playoff season, that is what is going to be crucial for this group because they got a lot of names.
And I feel like
Goodness,
this
if they had some of
Commanders
these
team
names
right
5
now
years
is
ago,
different than the Steelers
you'd
because
be
they got a
saying,
young
"Oh,
quarterback.
boy." So right
The
now,
Steelers
it's
got Aaron Rodgers,
2025.
bro. If he
You
gets
gotta
hit
make sure
really
that Von
hard
Miller
on a
is
sack,
taken
bro,
care of
you never
this
know
upcoming
what can
season.
happen.
And because of all those points that you laid out so
Or,
beautifully,
one
JJ,
wrong movement.
what are your
Or
expectations
one wrong
for this
throw. You
Commanders
get what I'm
team
saying?
next
I
season?
mean, I guess you could say that about anyone, but
Well, what they're
the
going
Steelers
to
have a
do
Week 5 bye
is
week. I
forget
just,
about last
that's
year.
just not the recipe
And
for
actually,
success. It
talked
really
about
isn't.
this earlier on Wednesday on CBS Sports HQ, where they are going to have to flush that. Yes, you went 12-5, and yes, you have the offensive rookie of the year. You got probably a half dozen first or second team All Pros on this team just from this past season. You were competing with the Philadelphia Eagles. All that stuff's great. It doesn't mean anything for 2025. And Dan Quinn,
Yeah,
is
you
certainly
can't
going
live
to
in
be
the past.
preaching
You just
that to
gotta-
these guys when they
you gotta
report
do it
to
again.
training camp in just a few days.
That's
He
why
kinda,
it's so hard to be consistent
has
in the NFL.
bifurcated
Like,
this team.
you gotta
Doesn't matter how long
year
you've
in
been
and
in
year
the
out,
NFL.
year in and year
You're
out.
year
You gotta
one with
keep
the Washington
doing it.
Commanders if you just came on.
And
this
every year is
upcoming year,
different.
right? And so
You
that's
guys
a
got
Debo
guys
Samuel,
moving
that's a
like
Laramie
crazy.
Tunsil, and that, of course, is a
You got the
Von
Commander
Miller.
schedule.
And you're
See,
in
they have a
year two,
Week
if
12
you were
bye
around
week. See,
last
that's
year,
when you win your. I
knowing
think that's when the
what
Bengals
it
have their bye.
takes and
You
understanding
always
what
want
this
a
franchise, what this
late year
organization, what this
bye,
coaching
like
staff
not like a Week
is
16
asking
bye,
of
but
you.
like
We see their schedule right there, of course.
I mean, you'd rather have
They're
a
gonna
late
start
bye
with an NFC
than an
East
early
battle
bye.
against the Giants. But
The early bye
this
you don't
is a
want,
group
because then
that
you're just like
I know
straight,
there's a lot of people. There's a
you know,
lot
on
of
the
excitement,
grind
right?
playing,
Because they've
and you
added
don't get
so
another
many
break
names,
really.
right? You add a Laramie Tunsil, you add a Debo Samuel.
Yeah,
you
they added
add
Debo,
Von Miller.
Tunsil.
Those are all
Now
in
Von
terms of
Miller
our
into the
household
mix,
being
like,
big NFL fans.
They've had a solid
household
free
names.
agency.
Are they going to be able to all work together? Are they going to be able to stay healthy? Are they just names, or are they more than that? And is it going to mesh more or less? All of those things are certainly to be determined.
Well, the distraction for the Commanders right now is Terry McLaurin, dog. If they do not get a deal done with Terry before training camp, and they let that carry into the season, it's not going to be a good year for Washington.
But man, you gotta love
because you saw that
this
with the
Washington
Bengals,
Commanders team at least is attempting to do.
and
right?
Jamar
They know
Chase.
That the Philadelphia
I mean,
Eagles are
yeah,
the
he
class
ended up
of the
playing the
NFL.
whole
They are in their
season, but
division. So you're gonna have
we
to
didn't
compete
make the
with them.
playoffs,
They
did
know
we?
the
I mean, he
Dallas
won
Cowboys are gonna
Triple
have a healthy
Crown,
quarterback
which
in
was
Dak
cool,
Prescott.
but
You're gonna have to compete.
I
with
mean, I don't
them.
really care about
And
that. I
then
mean,
you look at
I
the
want to
teams
go
in the
to the
NFC
playoffs,
North
win a
as well.
Super Bowl.
San Francisco is
so
going to be
on.
coming back. It is not going to be easy in this NFC conference. So long
NFC
as
is
everyone
difficult.
stays healthy, as we all hope. that
Same
they
with the
do.
AFC.
But that,
Both of
course,
these
Chris, is
conferences
what's
are
going to be
stacked
crucial
with just
for this
talent.
team,
I
perhaps
mean,
the oldest in the NFL this upcoming season.
Jonathan Jones providing us with the latest insight on Von Miller going to the Commanders and putting it all into perspective, what it means for this team going forward. JJ, thanks so much for the time, man. All right, man.
and that's gonna do it for Von Miller. And what they had to say about him signing with the Commanders. Like I said, it's a really good signing. It's only a 1-year deal. Like, it's not even really a risk. I mean, the Commanders need a pass rusher. I know Von Miller's older, but I still think he's got some juice left. We'll have to see how it plays out, though. They're in a tough NFC, division. I mean, conference in general. Like, the NFC is just so tough. Because you don't know who can really take that next step. Like, there's going to be a lot of surprise teams in the NFC, I feel like, this upcoming season. Same with the AFC, But, yeah, like I said, they got to get that Terry McLaurin contract done so that doesn't carry into the season and have, just its own problem itself, let it take care of itself, get the deal done, make Terry happy. Because, I mean, he deserves it. I mean, he really does deserve it, bro. Terry deserves to have a whatever contract he wants. Like, how much money. I mean, he deserves it. Terry's tough. But it'll be interesting seeing, if Debo and Terry work together, and then that defense for Washington. Let's see how good it is this year. They just added Von Miller to it. It'll be an interesting season for the Commanders coming up. But make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. It'd be much appreciated. I love y'all. But that's going to do it for this reaction, though. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the video, and I'm out. Peace.